Yoshihiro motherfucking Togashi. Okay? Yoshihiro motherfucking Togashi. This nigga gotta chill, alright? I mean, shit, I had a video not even long ago, probably like 3 videos ago. The title or the thumbnail of the video is Togashi Gotta Chill, because it was too much goddamn information in that chapter. This chapter, too much goddamn information, or not even too much information, but too many goddamn characters for sure. There were literally 25 plus characters introduced, at least not their name, but they nonetheless were introduced in this chapter. And it's like, yo, chill the fuck out, Togashi, man. Oh lordy. When I make these videos, alright, I talk about it from the top of my head. I don't like to take notes. With Hunter x Hunter, it is the only exception with these reviews, because notes must be taken with Hunter x Hunter. It just has to happen, because it's too much for me to remember. My memory's already bad. But with Hunter x Hunter, it's like, God damn it. God damn it. So let's try our best to break this down. There are 7 parts to this chapter. Yes, 7. Okay? So, alright. The first 3 parts are concerning the families that we're introduced to, or the heads of the bosses, whatever you want to fucking call them. Then the 4th part is this new ability that this chapter was kind of focused on. The 5th part is this new, or not this new thing, but this info basically of these people called second Rakers, which are the illegitimate children of the king. The 6th part is the trio, the spider Troupe trio that we've seen in this chapter. And the 7th part is this dude with a crescent moon scar on his face wreaking havoc on the 3rd floor with Maizai Storm investigating. So let's get into the families, alright? We have the Zayu family, who is run by this fat ass motherfucker named O'Neal. Kind of ironic. Shaquille O'Neal, this dude, even though Shaquille O'Neal isn't a fat ass to this degree, but I guess big bones running the family, because this dude, O'Neal, is the illegitimate brother of the king of Kaken, the current king of Kaken. And the Zayu family has ties to the 3rd prince, and also they run the 4th deck of this ship, and they deal in people and goods. And they also, the dude O'Neal has a lieutenant, and his name is Hiriji Bagandafo or some shit like that. And basically both of the Mafia families, and I'll get to the other one later, but both of them want to find Hisoka before the Phantom Troupe, because they don't want the Phantom Troupe to cause havoc, because this would hurt their money making, how they move and operate. So because they don't want the Phantom Troupe causing chaos, they want to find Hisoka first to prevent them from beating up. So this lieutenant, he orders that everybody find single male travelers on the ship, of course, because this will be the easiest way of finding Hisoka, and also find families of 3, because he figures that if either Hisoka is traveling by himself, or because he doesn't want to be detected, that he would travel in an unlikely grouping. So that was his whole reasoning for that. And he also deduces that if Hisoka is stowing away, then it's going to be even more harder to find him. So that pretty much wraps everything up with the Zayu family. Then we have the Cha'ar family, who they run the 5th deck of the floor, which is they just run the whole shit, everything in there, all the commodities in there. And they have ties to the 7th prince, Lazarus, and the boss, his name is literally fucking Broccoli. I guess the correct way to say it is Broccoli, but nonetheless, his name is Broccoli. So yeah, Broccoli. And his lieutenant, his name is Oaken, and Oaken, he wants to pay for information to find Hisoka, and he basically gives a reward of 10 million for anybody who has information on the whereabouts of Hisoka. So that's it with their part of the family. Then we have the, I believe it's pronounced Hyeli family, who I guess they never really say she was the main boss of this family, but her name is Morena Prud, and she is the illegitimate child of the king. So in this whole succession war, she is an additional brother and sister to all the 14 princes that we are aware of. So with the goddamn king, this nigga gets around. I mean, he gets around. And yo, he already has 14 sons and daughters that we know of. And now we have illegitimate children, which is no surprise. That's what happened in typical kingdoms. But this dude has to have a shit ton of kids. And I mean a shit ton of kids. And I'm deviating. But yeah, she is the illegitimate child of the king. And let's get into the 4th part, which is her weird ass ability. She has some weird ability that I'm now, I don't know if I interpreted this wrong, but I'm assuming that with her saliva or some shit, that she is able to have these people, 23 people. And with this kiss that she plants on everybody. And before I even get into that, okay, you see the thumbnail of Morena kissing the girl, okay? Now, the whole thing with Togashi is he is not afraid to have any homosexuality in his manga at all. If you read Yu Yu Hakusho or watch Yu Yu Hakusho, you remember there was actually a transgender villain in there, and there was also another dude who was really suspect in Yu Yu Hakusho, and even in Hunter x Hunter, you have someone who, like Hisoka, and he is about as flexible as his goddamn bungee gum. And if anybody wants to say, well, no, he's not gay, he just likes to fight strong people, roll the goddamn clip.
強いでしょ? おい、ひそか、前を歩けよ!
So yeah, Togashi, he definitely has the balls to put homosexuality in his manga. He's not afraid of shit, not afraid of killing characters. So, you know what? I gotta give props to Togashi for, having the gall to do that. So this ability is called Etude of Love, and it's some bacterial contamination, and with this it can create up to 23 people, which is weird as shit enough. And also with this ability, if these people that are created kill anybody, they get leveled up like on some Pokemon type of shit. Literally on some Pokemon type shit. And okay, so here's the thing. If they kill a regular person, non-nin user, they gain 1 level. If they kill a nin user, they gain 10 levels. If they kill a prince, they gain 50 levels. And also, if they reach level 20, they get their own unique abilities. So I guess their own nin powers, because before level 20 they basically are regular people. But after level 20 and beyond, they gain nin abilities, I'm assuming. With this, we see Morena, her level, because they showed her level, was 45. Now, with her whole points and level up system, since she is level 45, she has to have killed at the very least, 9 people. At the very least, 9 people. And she potentially could have killed 45 people, because if she killed 45 regular people, that's 45 levels, of course. And if she would have killed, let's say 10 nin users, 4 nin users, that's 40 points, and then 5 regular people, that's 5 more points. Add that together, that's 9 people. So she's killed at least 9 people and possibly killed 45. And that's the ranges for the people that she has killed. And also, once you reach level 100, you become the member of Zero, some shit. And then you're able to create your own communities. So I have no fucking clue what that means, but that's the ability that we have been shown. And yeah, I don't know how I forgot to mention this, but Morena, a fucking course. Who is she paired with? The 4th fucking prince. And out of all these heads of the families, she is definitely the most demented. She literally says in this chapter, she doesn't give a fuck about anybody. She doesn't give a fuck about herself. She wants to see the world burn on some Dark Knight Joker type shit. And yeah, she doesn't give a fuck. And a fucking course. She has ties with the 4th prince. I mean, god damn it. Goddamn. And we get to learn, because Morena has 2 huge scars on her face. We learn that the illegitimate children of the king, at birth, they are marked. They are scarred with 2 razors across their face in some way, shape, or form. So at birth, that is fucking crazy. So with this whole thing, she and they're called second Rakers. She is basically cursing the world and her being brought into this world. So, I mean, she's a perfect match for the 4th prince. I mean, it's like a fairy tale. Also noted that she and her side runs the 3rd deck, which mediates the upper floor. So I'm assuming that if anybody wants to go from the 3rd floor to the 2nd floor, they can manage that whole dealings. And of course, there's going to be money thrown around if you're able to move up in the floors with all of that going on. Then we have the Spider Troupe trio in this chapter: Phaeton, Finks, and Nobunaga. And Nobunaga wants to get his sword, but since they're on a hunt for Hisoka, and they literally admit in this chapter that Nobunaga, Hisoka 101, Hisoka would probably win that. So they're all trying to stick together to hunt down Hisoka, so you can see how dire the situation is. And I really like the fact that the Phantom Troupe is not underestimating Hisoka, because that would be a grave mistake. So they're all trying to stick together to try to take him down. And Nobunaga doesn't like this. He feels like he's being babysat, but you need to give some props to your bros, Finks and Phaeton, because they are saving your ass. But they go to the warehouse to get Nobunaga's sword and Phaeton's umbrella. And they encounter this dude who basically tries to guide them. And then he turns a corner, he disappears. And then the Spider Troupe trio backtracks, and then they find him dead with his throat slit somewhere else. And we seen the guy who did it later in the chapter. But that kind of wraps up the trio of the Phantom Troupe. Then we go to the third deck, and we learn that something has taken place where 20 people have been killed, and Mizai Storm is there. He's trying to investigate the situation, and we learn in this chapter the dude who did it, his name is Lauzini, some shit like that, Lauzini, and of course he's one of the dudes from from Morena, because, you know, with the whole point system leveling up and evolving, trying to become a Raichu or whatever, Pokemon shit. With him trying to level up and get that XP, he murked 20 people. Because, you know, in Pokemon, you got to find the wild Pokemon, take them out, you know. And, of course, he took out regular people. So he only went up a couple of levels. You take out legendary Pokemon, which I guess are the princes, you level up a lot. You take out just the rare Pokemon, which are the name users, you level up moderate amount. But this dude, Lauzini, kills 20 people, and now he is level 21. So now he has his own ability, which we've seen in this chapter. It looks like he has some type of pocket dimension type of shit, to where he's able to enter somewhere, exit, and kind of like Nove, how he has the whole hide and seek ability, but this seems less spacious, at least. So he's definitely the one who killed the guy who was leading the Phantom Troupe to the warehouse whereabouts. And now, since he's level 21, he's trying to catch some more nin-user bodies so he can continue to gain some more levels. But that pretty much wraps up everything, the entirety of this chapter. So guys, we did it. We broke down this chapter. Yeah. Overall, I thought this was a good chapter. Anytime the Spider Troupe is involved, it's going to probably be an automatic good chapter. But the stuff with the second Raker, illegitimate children of the king, I thought was interesting. Even this whole leveling up thing, it may seem convoluted, but even then, this ability is fucking interesting, and it's going to be even more chaos. And now, so much shit is happening. You have the Mafia, you have the Spider Troupe, you still have the Zodiacs, you still have Beyond Netro, you still have the princes and the bodyguards, Kurapika, all trying to follow their agenda, and eventually all of these people are going to clash, and this trip to the Dark Continent is going to be a bloodbath. So imagine what's going to happen when we actually get to the Dark Continent. So yeah, this chapter was crazy, but nonetheless, I felt it was a good chapter. So let's end it with that. That is it for the chapter review, guys. I'm Sasuke the Savage. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm fucking out.